Oops, I'm back. Hi, it's Rita again from G-Marie Scrap Shack. I have a box of goodies that I'm sending out to my husband's cousin's wife, Debbie. And Debbie, I just want to kind of go over like what's inside here. Debbie's new to junk journaling, so I'm sending her some goodies to play with. And in here I've got some little bits of like butterflies or owls, and there's even some little tiny tags in here and some reinforcers. So like, you know, when you poke a hole in your page and you want it to be strong around the middle, that's what those are. And I have fun gluing those on my junk journals. And I've got some old buttons. I put a bunch of little clothesline pins, these little miniature ones in here for her to play with, and some snaps, and yeah, I said buttons, huh? What else is in here? Oh, and some eyelets. I put some eyelets of different colors so that, you know, she might want to play with those. Here's a little tag that says junk journal. You might want to use it, I don't know. Here's some little cute butterflies that can be fussy cut out, and you could glue them on the pages. Or this is some really cute little like flat pearl that you can decorate the edges with. Here's a couple of little flowers. I honestly just grabbed a bunch of stuff that I like using, and I'm just sharing with her. Here's some embossed, it's not really cardboard, I would say it's like cardstock, but it's embossed. So this is like birds on a vine. Here's some fleur de lis, or whatever they call that. I forget how to say it. Some Swiss dots. And then here's some chicken wire, just for her to have fun with, you know. Here's some rickrack in gold and some rickrack in white. And a lot of these are really old. I just went through an old sewing box I had to give her some things to play with. Here's a little thing for seam binding. And I was thinking this could be a belly band, or you could, you know, fold it and make a little pocket or a tuck spot. And here's some actual seam binding you can use as the lace around the edges. And it looks like I've got I better take that out of there. I don't want nobody to get poked on my little needle. Okay, and I'm also sending Debbie some, this is just a piece of doily, but the reason I put it in there is so she could see that she could glue it down on a page or Mod Podge it, and it's just pretty, even though it's, you know, coffee stained or whatever. Here's some more little notepads that's been coffee stained, and you know, even in these little tiny ones, if she wants to make some of these tiny ones, this is what I did. I just cut the pages like 2 inches tall and 3 inches wide, and then that's how I made, you know, my pages in these little tiny books. But they can also be sewed or glued to another piece of cardstock, and it could be a journaling card that you tuck in a pocket, you know. That's why I sent her some of my favorite notepads that have been coffee stained. Here's just a book page just to show that you could put this in anywhere in the book as a page, or you could back it to this so that, you know, that's on the back side, and sew around the whole. There's so many things you could do with junk journaling, it's not even funny, but I'm just sending her a bunch of little goodies for her to have fun with. Here's a piece of graph paper that I've coffee stained, and it has the imprint of a doily, just so she could see that. Debbie, there's so many videos you could look up when you're just learning, to find out like how to make things look old or grungy, or if you like the sound of paper like we do. How to make it crispy, or, you know, in the oven or in the sun, however you want to dye it. This is coffee stained binder paper, and these are the little holes I was talking about that you would put the reinforcers on. So if it is on the edge of the book page, it adds interest, and it makes it nice and strong so that you could, you know, pin things on that hole, or you could just, you know, hang things off the edge or whatever. Here's a coffee stained piece of paper that I put in there so she could see how the pan leaves an imprint. Here's a piece of ledger paper that's been coffee stained. And in junk journaling, you really don't have to worry about like an edge being torn, because if you don't like it, you can cut it off, and if you do like it, you could tear around all the pages, you know. So there's ledger paper. Here's some avocado dyed paper, and just to show how these little white imperfections show up as an imprint, and it's from salt. Like when you dip it in your solution and then you go to put it on the pan and then you put it in the oven. Before you put it in the oven, if you sprinkle some salt on it, it will leave that little impression. Here's another avocado dyed paper. And when I say avocado dyed, I mean I literally just take the skins from the avocado and I wash off all the pulp, and I take the avocado seed and I put it in a pan of like 2 cups of water, and I boil it for like almost an hour, and the water turns kind of a murky brown. But when you put your paper in that water, you know, after you strain off the seeds and the skin, you get this really pretty pink color. This is a little bit of cinnamon, and just showing, you know, how you can make it look rustic, I mean. Yeah. And then I'm including in the box some of my doilies that I use over and over in coffee staining, because when I do put the paper in the solution and then I lay it down flat, I'll put a doily in the solution and I'll lay it on top of it before I stick it in the oven, and it leaves that imprint. So that's why I'm throwing in some doilies for her. And I've used some of them. I've used them several times, and they're nice and brown, but you can keep using them because as they dry, they pull the coffee out of the paper and it leaves an imprint of the doily, and I think that's really pretty. So in her box, I'm also including some of these cute little paper sacks, bags. I don't know what they're called. I've got this die, so this is some, and it cuts it out. It makes it look like this, but when you fold it up, it makes like a cute little pocket that you can put on the edge of the page. Here's some more little bags. And I've got several, but I'm just showing her the different sizes that she could put in her journal, you know, by folding them in half in the middle of the signature, and then she's got a tuck spot here, and on this side if you cut that corner off. So yeah, it's just for fun, just to send her some stuff to play with, and I hope she likes it. I wanted to send her some stuff because, you know, I'm so blessed. I have so much stuff from friends from all around the world, and I love that they send me stuff, and I love to share with other people. And, you know, I can only make so many journals, so I like to share. Here's some paper that, oh, I can't remember who gave it to me, but I had a stack of it, and I love the way this handwriting paper looks in journals. You know, the more the different types of paper you put in your journal, the more interesting I think they are. So I'm sending her some loose burlap and some little bit tighter weaved burlap. She can cut it up. And you know what this is great for is, like, if you're making like a little anything really, and then you just kind of fringe the edge and you could sew around it or put it behind, you know, an image or something. I really love burlap. I use it a lot. Here's a chunk of some type of wedding ribbon that I have. I've got several different kinds, but here's some more little pieces of fabric if she wanted to do a fabric flip, or, you know, on the edge, or sew on it or whatever. Make a little journaling tag out of it. Some more lace. I cut up a ribbon, an old bed sheet one day and made ribbon for my friends, and this is the Shabby Chic brand of sheets that I used to get from Target, and it's beautiful. Like, I love this ribbon, so yeah, I'm sending her some of that. I think I sent her that size and this size both. They're great to like make ties for the cards or the tags, or even like to shut the book with, you know, to have ribbon to tie it closed. Here's some more glassine bags and some guest checks for her to play with, and coffee stain, and some more little tags. I have so many different size tags, but hopefully she'll have fun with that, trying to make some tags. And here's a time card. Everybody loves playing with time cards and tags. So, and a couple more things. I got her a couple of little flashcards that I'm sure somebody shared these with me, and I've got tons more, but I'm just sending her 4 of them. You can always Mod Podge on these, or I better include some napkins too, because I forgot about that. I forgot to go through the napkin cabinet, but you can Mod Podge over it with napkin. It just makes it so pretty. And then here's a little weekly time record. I think I sent her a couple of these to play with. And I hope she has fun with it. I mean, I can't wait to see what Debbie makes. I hope she makes all kinds of goodies and has fun with it. For me, I do the junk journaling because it's very therapeutic for me. I feel like, you know, this busy life that we live, or living, you can get kind of stressed out sometimes, and life's not always fun or fair, and this is where I escape. I come to my craft room, and I like to create some things and share with others. So I'm just going to send these goodies to Debbie, and I hope she enjoys it. Debbie, if you have any questions or any concerns, if you don't want this stuff, you could always send it back or, you know, forward it on to other people that love to journal, because this is a gold mine right here, and I hope you have fun, you know, just playing with it. It's just, I know it just looks like a bunch of junk, but honestly, if you put this all in one book, I'm sure you would love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.